Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see how to use multi-ego for creating a social engineering strategy. And in order to do that, I'm going to delete all of this because we're not going to use this website information. Okay, we're going to do that in the website pen testing section. Of course, you can create a new graph for you, but we only have one item in here, so it's better to delete it. And I'm going to this personal tab here and choose a person. So I'm going after a person, and suppose that you only know the surname and the name of that user. Okay, so I'm going to go after myself. I'm going to say my name is Atil and my surname is Sam. Okay, and hit enter. Now I'm going to run and transform against myself, and it may ask you to give an account for your Twitter or for your Facebook, and you should give one in order to run transforms against a user. Okay, my Twitter account has been given to this multi-ego before, and when I use this transform, it will find my Twitter account, for instance. Okay, if you click on here to run all transforms, you will see that it will ask you for a Twitter or Facebook account, and as long as you supply one, it will try and gather information from that website as well. And since I got my only Twitter account connected in here, it found our Twitter address. Okay, and remember, I did not give my personal Twitter account. I just have given a fake account in here, but it managed to find the Twitter account of myself. At this point, you might think that, okay, I could have done that with just Googling out the name myself. And yes, you can do it. As I said before, multi-ego is totally optional. You can do it manually on your own, but Pro version of multi-ego actually provides us deeper information rather than just going to social medias. It scans all the networks as well. But since we are at it, let me show you how to use multi-ego. So here I right-clicked on my user one more time, and as you can see, we can dig deeper by finding the person or finding some tweets and trying to find the connections of that user. Okay, so it will try to analyze the Twitter account of the target. So maybe I can run a transform against Twitter friends, right? So it may give me some clue about creating a strategy, a social engineering strategy against my target. And as you can see, it got me some results. So right now I can see a bunch of the target's friends. So let me delete this information. Okay, you don't have to do that. We're not going to use them in our strategy. So I'm just deleting some results from here. Okay, and I believe it just completed the scan right now. And after I clean this up, we will be ready to analyze these results. So I believe now we are okay. And what can you get out of someone's Twitter friends or someone's Twitter followers? You may try to understand what kind of a person he is or what kind of a job he is into. Okay, so our target is this guy, so this is Atil Sam, and actually this is a picture of me from 10 years ago. I'm more than 30 years old. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit so we can see my ugly picture and other results as well. So let me drag this a little bit here and let me zoom in a little bit more. And here we see some results. So it's perfectly clear that our target is related to Udemy, and our target is kind of a programmer. Okay, he's into ARKit and he's following some guy. If you Google out this guy, he's related to Rust language. I believe he works with Rust. He works with Swift, iOS, and maybe he might be a teacher or student on Udemy. Of course, I can Google this guy out and I can find out that he's really instructor in Udemy. Okay? And I can build a strategy on that, right? What can I do? I can create a fake email to this guy and make it look like it's coming from Udemy and make it look like it's important, but rather than sending some regular email, I can just send a link directing him to a backdoor. Okay? And if this person thinks really that this email is coming from Udemy, he might open the email and he might download some file that we are spoofing, and he might open that file. And then we can get a session and we can hack into this guy's computer. Of course, this makes much more sense than just sending out a spammy email saying that click on this link and download my file. It won't work. And this may not work as well. If we dig deep enough, we will see that this guy is actually an ethical hacker, so he wouldn't fall for this trick, but it increases the chance of running our backdoor. Okay, so this is what social engineering is about. So we can create a strategy in order to increase our chance of hacking into. Of course, I did that only in 5 minutes. Professional agencies do that for months. They gather information, they dive into dumpsters to steal the company's information and try to make it a structured social engineering strategy. Of course, it increases the chances much more when we do that. I only did it in 5 minutes. And of course, I could have used a lot of other tools rather than Maltego. I could have used a lift path to start with. I could have just Googled this guy. However, I just wanted to show you the usage of Maltego. Maybe you can use it in your later career. Okay, so let's stop here, and within the next lecture we're going to discuss how to create a backdoor that looks like an image.